Okay, people, I don't have space on my phone for my Instagram, and I need to capture whatever I can for my storyboard because some people are going to get charged for everything that is in breach of whatever laws are there that have impacted on me the last 11 years since I wrote to senior HR, Dyslexia. I'm depressed and dying slowly of torture. So as I said, I'm checking in, but that's my Instagram, and I don't have any space to upload. See there, Auntie Jean, all of these people, all those who have used my intellectual property, like Mr. Seeley. Well, you know what I'm about. I'm not into revenge or anything, but justice must take its course. Yeah. So my chocho and human shape and animal shape potatoes are taking life. Yes, so it's gone 4K. Yeah, can't see it. So I'm gonna get my stuff on there, people. Life is for living. It's been one hell of a how many years, but with God in the vessel, I'm not nowhere worse off than anybody else. My teeth are going, see? So all I have left. So in this corner. Yeah, and none in this corner. So it's this, a few of here. None on this side. Well, the top is not too bad. Just the bottom. And how my life just went over. This person commented, fucking love this great root vegetables. And she started following me. Well, I hope it's a she. I hardly follow anybody. I need time to check out who I'm following back and whatever. Yeah. So I'm gonna capture my what's mine because some people need to be taught lessons. Jeremy Corbyn. Why is it that tough choices are always about harming the poor and disabled and never about making the very wealthiest pay therefore their fair share? He's got 12.8K. How many shares? 67. So that's people I've got 4Ks, over 4Ks on my thing. And yet Instagram is monkeying around with me. So I just leave them be. First time I used to retaliate and whatever, but I just leave them be. As I said, now I get on with my life. It's their lose. You know, they want to play devil's ad, um, play devil's advocate. Well, that's their business. None of mine. So I am gonna share my get what's mine. There's put it nicely. But as I said, because I have naked pictures on here and I don't want to, I'll do that later, man. I need to do certain things. So here goes, people. I'll let you listen. This is my sweet pepper, the only one that survived. I'm gonna go in now, do some tidying up. This is the sweet pepper. Yep, sweet pepper. All I've got one. This is callaloo from my garden, people. I've just cut them from there, right? Callaloo! I am hoping of getting a garden egg, or as they call it, aubergine this year. Hopefully. And people, I'm showing you the beauty of nature, you know. A pepper them this, you know, sweet pepper them this, all of them. What of them the funny? Show you the sweet pepper people. Because some people must get knocked. But I'm telling you, this is what perseverance is all about. Yeah? That's why I'm a survivor, like this pepper. People, I'm showing you the pepper. This pepper, it's struggled. But at least a decent one is there, yeah? Just showing you Facebook. Pedophiles, racists, rapists. We saw gonna this. You see what it says? Stupid Facebook. See? Stupid Facebook. Is it not posting Facebook? I'm out of here, Facebook. Introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Adriana. I'm here with my
Maybelline. And tell them why you stop.
Because I thought I had Colombo here.
Okay.
A detective.
I am indeed Colombo. Go find me on Instagram and yeah, thanks so much. Love you.
My love.
Total stranger, people. Total stranger. Just see me doing my thing. My money. I need to pay a bill. Yeah. So I go there and I get mad and I say my things. Eh? But when you not scam we and take with money, and no problem. Yeah? So nationwide join Santander, Northwest. No, Northwest join nationwide, Santander, Barclays, Financial Ombudsman, Action for Lloyds in targeting me. Yes, people, this is Maybelline Myers. Oh, I'm gonna run. Here comes the boss. I'm gonna run. Here comes the boss. Here comes the boss. I'm running. Let Maybelline Myers address the fact that allegation was used to have Oshana working in modern slavery. This. Because I'm talking about modern slavery and housing for women. Zeba Qureshi bringing Asian over. That's the bird in the bush. Yeah? To be contractors. No wonder they saying they're doing training. Sullivan and Richard Harty, men in child care, pedophiles running for cover. So yes, people, this is Maybelline Myers, your blogger from Alma Grove, at the Blue, in Bermondsey, where Russell Dryden had his stall. And I'll be reporting from here. This was where Duchess Kate came to launch her child mental health project. I am really sad about she's developed cancer, but I have been through childhood traumas and I'm developing my practice. Because Juna Sullivan, you must give up the MB and you should go to prison. Yeah? Child abuser. We're heading to the beach, people. And guess what? The sun is shining. When we left London this morning, it was raining. All the way to Weymouth, it was raining. And now the sun is out. Glorious sunshine. And after the little mishap, we're walking towards the beach. So now I'm walking past here. Leaf Nurseries, Old Kent Road Nursery and Preschool. 0207 639 3030. Leaf.org.uk. Bird in the Bush Nursery. It's Merville Myers passing through, yeah? Yeah. Old dirty boy lied. Yeah. So me two Sunday. Husband. Wedding. Yeah. Elim house. See me? The year? Yeah? Me and my tutor. Ivan. Wonder what happened. But nobody in a contact can see CC. Yeah, High Commissioner. Another outing. No, I'm acting here. Yeah, my son and his auntie and Professor Kuhun. Me in one of my picture. I'm sure I was going out with doing some Duncan and Mama's grave digging. Ryan Clement at Winrow Square. My son at Mom's funeral. Me at PC Fletcher. Was it PC? Was it Palmer? PC Palmer. I went to PC Palmer's funeral. Just out on the road, not officially. See? So yes, people, this is Runner being in a different environment than what Merville Myers has at my home. So people, this is runner bean. It's my husband who teach me about runner bean, right? Runner beans, yeah. So people, what you see here is the chocho along there. Yeah. And you can see chocho takes root to whatever it sees. When did I become whatever? When? It's coming from up there, but people, it's you're gonna pay to this here. Deformation. Yeah, without prejudice, Mervyn Myers, NH. So that's the chocho on this side. It's different chochos. When I go over there, I show you how much that one over there is dried up. They say, listen up now, how me I go bust a lyrics right now. A lyrics right now. We start with my father. Him neck did drop down in a collarbone. Him have a carry too much load when him a come from grum. So this is about me father Ivan Sandy man ripping them hard. I saw me brother Ballis call him, you know. So him neck did drop down in his shoulder, you know. He might carry the gun basket and I carry the load. So, hey, I taste me again, you know. Yeah. My husband, not sure. Look above me, people, what you see. Celebrating the great women. Okay. So how to plays off. The strong women. I dedicate my book to dead or alive. Pinky Henry, yeah. My mother say you can't deal with them who know a family. When you pin them and them are going to need that. Without prejudice, Mavely Myers and HMCTSC, PSC, JS, SRA, DB, SB, DBS, IOPC, JIC. Look on the bus behind me. The lawnmower. See the bus? I love to put this over on Instagram, but I don't have space. See the bus? I'm in reflective mood, people. I'm sad. But I'm not going to show the emotions like first time. Come on, Tim. Why you keep dropping? Hi, finish already. That was quick. So not a lot today, people. Let me see what's on this one. So this is fully charged. That was quick, man. This is the one with fried green. Yeah, dirty boy fried green. So I'm gonna look above me, people, what you see. Celebrating the great women, the strong women. I dedicate my book to dead or alive. Alright, so I'm gonna stop that. I'm not sharing it. Right. I'm gonna see if I have a little bit of space on here. It would be nice to get some of these out here. I did. So I'm gonna try to see if I can just save them all together on Instagram. Would be nice to. This is the sweet pepper. See if I can get them on Instagram. People are thinking what I'm putting there is just new. No, I said no. Some of these things are so old from I started. Whatever. I am hoping of getting a garden, as they call it, aubergine this year. Hopefully. And people, I'm showing you the beauty of nature, you know. I pepper them this, you know, sweet pepper them this, all of them. Whatever them the funny. Show you the sweet. Okay, that one gone through. I'm not even writing no caption. I'm just sending it through because Instagram is making an asshole of itself. And see, 12 seconds ago. 56, 43, 49, 53, 1 minute, 2 minute, 2 minutes. And somebody is following me. I need to. My children bring me with anger. I need to sort out who I'm following. I just don't follow people like that. Yeah. Don't mind them following me. But I just so I'm gonna people have to make use of what I have. I'm alone. Nobody called me. Nobody talks to me. Only Paul called me the other. Called me today because my grandson was missing. Oh, so she panicked. So yes, I'm trying to get up. I should carry on. Did I do? I don't remember if I'd done video. So I'm gonna do it again just in case. I don't remember if I did it video. Oh boy, I did work hard today, people in the garden, and then my hand, the arthritis kunk up my hand, so I had to work it out. This is callaloo from my garden, people. I'm just cutting from there, right? Callaloo. So I did it proper today, proper. A garden nigga. Right, I think I done it, but doesn't matter. Send it twice, make sure. So I'm going to try and get as much as I can on Instagram because I'm getting a good following there. So I need this one. I'm showing you Facebook, pedophiles, racists, rapists. So I'm just trying to get as much into Instagram as I can because people are appreciating what I've got. I can change voice, you know. Video can't be posted. Crablos Instagram. Crablos Instagram. Just showing you. Introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Adriana.
Reflux coming back, people. It's not a lot today, so you know, I noticed I was looking at what was I looking at? Was it a picture or something? And I said, but wait, my mom, my teeth. Mine and my mom's teeth. It's so much. I'm looking at things and see I'm spitting image of mama. I think I was looking at that picture. I don't think it was looking at a real. I was looking at that picture. I said, but wait, same way this with, you know, my teeth. Introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm
Yeah, I can meet strangers on the street, and you know they just see me, and I live here for how many, and all of a sudden, May 2022, witness statement when Trina Filbert started working with housing for women, the antisocial behavior start. She started May. Samantha Gibbs started April, and I was sent invitation for ASBO meeting. The glass was broken the second time in May. Yeah, I make how many videos the things post on a day? 9. They can't be posted. I went in the garden today. I make a lovely video, people. Instagram, it can't be posted. So you know what? I'm not even writing caption. I'm just.
Hello, I'm Adriana. I'm here with my.
I'm gonna send this to. It deserve to go to YouTube. So I'm not even writing caption, people. I'm just going through. Pardon me. I've had lots of water, people. It's very important that I have lots of water. I must look if there's any smoothie left in the freezer and take it out when I get up. I go in the kitchen. Because I have food. I cook rice, so I cook a whole pot of rice so I can keep it in the fridge and eat little when my stomach can take it. No views, okay. Yeah, YouTube is a little. See how long they can hold me. I stop fighting them, man. Yeah, stop fighting them, man. Because me and my grandson, my special grandson, we're gonna do things.
Introduce yourself. Hello, I'm Adriana. I'm here with.
Selfies. See me and my special heart. Yeah? Oh, fuck you. Getting as much? On your ass clout about internet connection needed. It's alright. We do any fucking thing if you mess with me. Right, let's leave that one day. Go somewhere else. So yes, people, this is Runner being in a different. Instagram cannot access. Well, at least one or two did it. Alright, Instagram is a fucking shit. Already somebody like it. So I not stress myself. Yeah? Whatever you want fucking do Instagram, fucking do. So yes, people, this is Runner being in a right. So yes, people, this is Runner being in a different environment than what Mervily Miles has. Right. Can't access. So yes, people, this is no problem. At least I get to out there. Let me see if I can set analyze. Let me see if we can get. I'll me delete. I delete something, but they're not showing in the. They're not showing in the thingy. So I don't know. Images. What does this say? Can't be bothered, you know. Right, me need that. So me just leave this for now, people. It would have been nice to get them on there. Analyze storage. They up to 100 images. What's on this? Oh shit. Can't be bothered, man. Right, people. So I've done this. It's 29 minutes and 45 seconds of whatever memories has been brought back to me. And I think I should. Would have been nice to get those to Instagram, but anyway. When the saints go marching in, I am going to take a page from my book and read something because 22, 23, I see Yvonne. Right. So let's see what I should read. Right. I'm going to read this, yes? It's starting at page 12. And it said, who sent the police to section me on the 30th of October, 2017? Depression, 4th July, 2016. Today, I must tackle a subject that is close to my heart, depression, and the specter of disability, mental and physical. The reasons are many, as I have had to cope with my hidden disabilities that were eventually triggered and exacerbated into this full-blown depression over the years. Yesterday, I was paralyzed with the symptoms of depression resulting from events over which I have no control. So when I call HHJ Richard Roberts, yeah, and when I say that man is depraved, because what he did, he actually imposed a restraint order on me, civil restraint order. What did he know about me? And then coming into court, huffing and puffing and calling Winsome Duncan name. Is it any wonder this come? Yeah? And come talk about Tristan Slater must do whatever and whatever. When you're reading, make sure you know what you're reading. Because there has got to be a reason why I went out and did what I do. Yeah? You think you have monopoly over my life, like my life began when Narin Masiri of Devon's solicitors sent me a possession letter. And what has occurred since? Before people start to judge me about issues for which they have absolutely no knowledge, I would entreat them to take a little time to be in my shoes for just 1 second of my life. Some might think depression is a preserve of celebrities, rich and famous. However, this is a total myth perpetrated by the media. The celebrities are knowledgeable about how to use their mental health conditions to benefit their recovery and to increase their income streams. They have the media and tabloid press to help them market themselves to a wider audience. These days, I am making it my business to be my own self-promoter. I think I should make it like this. Go live. I let this go public. Yeah, I think I should let this go public. These days, I'm making it my business to be my own self-promoter, as no one celebrity is that interested in what is best for me. My younger brother nailed it precisely when he told me to make sure you look out for you and do what is best for you. That's the same younger brother who is now giving me all this angst. But honestly, I'm sorry for my brother. Without a shadow of a doubt, I can see the sense in what he told me a few weeks ago. I used to worship the ground my brother walked on and the way he's treated me. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they've done. Yesterday, I had another meltdown as I could not deal with the number of pressures directed at me from every corner. I did not know what I have done to deserve all the bad things that have been happening to trigger the depression as soon as I think I am in control. I know getting into a state is not good for mine or my husband's disabilities and progressive health conditions, but when the black dog, depression, attacks, I have no powers to ward off the attack and just must go with the flow. HHJ, Richard Roberts. Okay. Here comes Mimi Awuso. Here comes Mimi Awuso. She's tuned in. Here comes Mimi Awuso, darling. Mine and my husband's entire lives are affected. I cannot eat, sleep, or function properly to carry out normal day-to-day activities. Being his primary carer is detrimental to his overall health and well-being. If I'm in a depressive state and unable to care for him or myself. District Judge Sarah Elizabeth Beecham, HHJ Richard Roberts. I'm putting the burden of care on you to do what you're supposed to do. Thank you very much, Mimi Awuso, stupid cunt. If my husband starts worrying about me, like what happened over the past year from October 2024 to date, then there is every likelihood he starts getting hypos. A hypoglycemia is triggered when the blood sugar levels falls under 4 whatever. Too much insulin or too little food can spark a hypo. You see how lucky I am, people? If I'm not able to perform my statutory duty of care, I am condemning both of us to sufferings that I refuse to think about owing to my traumatic childhood into adulthood that changed the course of a promising life. That is why I probably developed the obsessive. Okay. So she's calling from 2 number. Now she's calling from 2 number. How depraved is this? How depraved is this? And I'm going to call back 101. Okay. How do I block this fucking number? I don't know how.
Protect. To add the last incoming call to your personal blocked list, press 1. To manage your Do Not Disturb option. The last incoming call was from a withheld number, but you can still add this to your blocked list. To add this number to your personal blocked list, press 1. To cancel, number has been added to your personal blocked list. All future calls from this number will be sent to your junk voicemail. To undo, press 0 now. Or for the main menu, press star.
Okay. Motherfucker.
Sorry, I didn't receive that. Main menu. To manage your Do Not Disturb options, press 2. For personal settings, it's 3. To listen to your junk voicemail messages, please press 4 or hold to hear these options again. To manage your Do Not Disturb options, press 2. For personal settings, Do Not Disturb is currently switched off. To switch Do Not Disturb on, press 1. Or for the main menu, press star.
I don't know what.
Do Not Disturb is currently switched on at all times. You will not receive any calls other than from your VIP numbers that have permission to override this setting. To switch Do Not Disturb off, press 1. Or for the main menu, press star.
Yeah, what is doing it? See, just a little bit in it.
Sorry, I didn't receive that. To switch Do Not Disturb off, press 1. Or for the main menu, press star.
Press star there.
Main menu. To manage your Do Not Disturb options, press 2. For personal settings, it's 3. To listen to your switch your personal blocked list on or off, press 1. To switch your provider's blocked list on or off, it's 2. To send other types of calls to your junk voicemail, press 3. To add a number to your VIP list, please press 4. Or for the main menu, press star. Main menu. To manage your Do Not Disturb options, press 2. For personal settings, it's 3. To listen to your junk voicemail messages, please press 4.
Right, I'm gonna
switch your personal blocked list on or off, press 1. To switch your provider's blocked list on or off, it's 2. To send other types of calls to your junk voicemail,
let me try this.
When switched off, you will receive calls from numbers on your provider's blocked list. This setting is currently switched on. To switch it off, press 1. To go back to personal settings, press 0. Or for the main menu, press star.
Okay.
Main menu. To manage your Do Not Disturb options, press 2. For personal settings, it's 3. To listen to your junk voicemail messages, please press 4 or hold to hear these options again. To manage your Do Not Disturb options, press 2. For personal settings, it's 3. Do Not Disturb is currently switched on at all times. You will not receive any calls other than from your VIP numbers that have permission to override this setting. To switch Do Not Disturb off, press 1. Or for the main menu, press star. Main menu. To manage your Do Not Disturb options, press 2. For personal settings, it's 3. To listen to your junk voicemail messages, please press 4 or hold to hear these options again. Sorry, but star may not be used. To manage your Do Not Disturb options, press 2. For personal settings, it's 3. Do Not Disturb is currently switched on at all times. You will not receive any calls other than from your VIP numbers that have permission to override this setting. To switch Do Not Disturb off, press 1. Or for the main menu, press star. Main menu. To manage your Do Not Disturb options, press 2. For personal settings, it's 3. To listen to your junk voicemail messages, please press 4.
We don't want to listen to
switch your personal blocked list on or off, press 1.
I've been there already.
Your provider's blocked list on or off, it's 2. To send other types of calls to your junk voicemail, press 3. To add a number to your VIP list, please press 4. Or for the main menu, press star. Main menu. To manage your Do Not Disturb
I've done it already. I can't be bothered. These are the things that...
It's 3. To listen to your junk voicemail messages,
I think I've got it off now, so she can't call me on that now. So then I have to go find out what to do with this, but that's for another time. Stupid girl. Yeah? You see how God is truly amazing? Do you see how God is truly amazing? I was going to call the police again, and then it came on. So I'm not calling the police again because they're not doing fuck all. I put in a report, I call, I said, get a number. Yeah? But these things will tell. So then I have to go. I'm sure there's got to be. So on this, it's 435 calls. I was in here today and I'm saying she hasn't called. As soon as I started doing this, yeah. So she has it now. She has it that now both my mobile and my house phone is going at the same time. This woman is depraved. The police should be going to her house to sort her out. I gave them the address. Yeah. I use whatever interventions I can master to get me going. As I have been letting it be known, I cuss bad words. In bracket, bad words. Like a trooper to alleviate my stress as a form of therapy. Okay. Stupid cunt. Barring that I might end up provoked and frustrated into committing a criminal offense over the years. So you see, you're mad. Worse still, I would not be able to cope ending up in the slammer like my brother did. So when I tell all you fucking bastards at the Judiciary of England and Wales, the criminal justice system, the Crown Prosecution Service, was suck on no mama. Yes? So you're gonna fucking bound me over and tell me about me must come off social media. This is my book. When was my book written? Over years. Some of these things are from social media. I just copied into it. But when was it published? 2022. Thanks to Andrew Beckford. Yes? And some stinking gal, Trina Filbert, I come talk about. You start working with Housing for Women in May 2023. Visited my house June with Candy Simmet from Adult Social Care and come talk about you been getting antisocial behavior what report May 2022. And I have this and some little idiot dirty boy. We are come racing there in a court because our girl can't manage. We're going to find out who is Tristan Slater. And Tristan Slater might be going to jail. Yeah? I offered the bitch my book in honor for the court, in honor of my my husband for his birthday, an international. Stuck up like a dirty bitch. So that's why I decide don't show my emotions. Do like my mother. But it's hard. Yeah? I nearly missed prison because of my rights. Because four white persons turn up at court. And I'm some stinking bomber hole, dirty boy. The sad thing about my brother ending up dying as a prisoner is that he never had the sort of resilience like I possessed. I processed. So he did what he thought was best at the time and went to church to wait for the authorities. My only hope is that he had time to reflect upon the circumstances that dictated the decisions he had to take. He became remorseful and forgiving for what he was provoked into doing. Yeah? And you don't understand why. So you chipping in, whoever is chipping in there, Devon Solicitor, Narin Masira, and all of you lot. Tristan Salter is going to jail. Or he's going to pay. Dirty boy. I, on the other hand, will never commit a criminal act unless they criminalize cussing bad words. So when I feel down and out and unable to cope, I go into bad words cussing mode so as not to let the devil use me to do his will. If anyone wants to claim responsibilities for my bad word cussing modes, they are welcome, as I do not pick, choose, nor refuse when I lose control. The things that set me off at any given time is the way matters affect me. This might be as simple as about the little things like not knowing why I'm being singled out for discrimination, like not knowing why I'm being singled out for discrimination of the magnitude that happened to me on 2 separate occasions in the UK. When I wrote this book, it's true. Last week, after getting myself out of a spell of depression, I was so happy with my achievements, I went out into the public domain to celebrate what is good about being British. I was brought back to earth with a bomb, with a letter upon which my whole life depends. This letter contains information about whether I have a roof over my head or I'm going to find myself homeless again. Yeah? And some little thinking dirty bomber old boy I come tell me about what's it and what not. So I dropped everything to get the matter sorted. Because when you have been homeless, you do not want to revisit them and relapse. Don't know why I chose this page. I was at the job center Tuesday and Wednesday. When instinct told me that the information I was receiving was not addressing the questions that needed answers. So I got on the telephone. Yeah? I knew that I had to be assertive, especially when my disability, chronic anxiety, is triggered, as this brings out the passive aggression in me. Yeah? You come to Rasclat in a court after the dirty girl. When me said to the dirty girl, I said, if I become 1 in 5, HCT group impact report 1 in 5, you're responsible. She mumble and send the crab blouse come. Me did give her the book. Solo Abajoluwa have 1. Miranda Grell have 1. One other one at J.I. Solicitors. They have a group of fucking read. And Debbie Gilchrist can start reading too. Because I'm sure she's fucking depressed because she's got a stroke. On top of all her other problems. I was in the garden today and I was talking and I said, you know what? I've written the thing and I said, I still won't hold her responsible. Because Debbie wasn't a bad person. She's where she's at now. Because of her own choosing. Because if she'd listened to me. Sorry, folks. I need to do my research about how not to be passive-aggressive to anyone. I just discovered that along with all the lovely descriptive narratives used to describe me by the former employers, I am passive-aggressive. Poopa Jesus, if only my dead parents would have known what was to happen to their only girl, they might have offered some protection from the grave. So when you come talk about HHJ Richard Roberts, that your list of who needs protection from me, nobody needs protection from me. I need protection from all you lot from King's College Hospital. Nobody needs protection from me because bad word never kill nobody yet. And bad word no hard nobody yet. You might feel offended. But it's either me give you the fucking bad word or me take my stamp or whatever. I have never lifted a finger to anybody yet. Never. So my bad word is therapy. Because I know what my brother went through. Or I didn't know at the time. Because I was always saying, how could my brother have done something like that? So I curse. So when me promise God say me tap curse, there comes a time when me have to go back over it to stem the anger. And that's why me have my poems. They would turn in their graves if I was to put out onto the streets again. If I was put out onto the streets again. Eh? Self-fulfilling prophecy. Self-fulfilling prophecy. Self-fulfilling prophecy? How's it? Why God let me open this book to this page, I don't know. I really do not need this stress right now with everything else that is going on. Yes? Can you imagine what I was going through? My brother dying in the intensive care. Me, the first high blood pressure. And I get a letter to say possession. And what it leads to. And all I did was pick up the phone and call the number and say, what is this about? I never know about any differences of this stuff. You think God asleep? HHJ Richard Roberts, you owe me an apology. This Richard Beecham, you owe me an apology. And if you bother me, whoever Tristan Salter is, he's going to fucking prison. Because I have some transcript here. Yeah? Don't take me for a fucking idiot. Sadly for me, when I studied, I was told that if you are asked any questions pertaining to your job and you do not know the answers, you should promise to find out from someone in authority who should know. Yeah? So that's why Housing for Women and Richard Blakeway, because I'm going to look for the letter, the email from their solicitor, Chung. Yeah? That you send because I take out a small claims. All of you going to fucking pay, man. So I can go set up my mental health and send advocacy. You know how long I bought all these? I mean, fucking come out of the country. This racist, fucking racist, terrorist place. A worker should never tell a parent/carer in my job in the earlier sector that they don't know. Always promise to find out. These days, it is normal for even those in authority not to know the roles and responsibilities in their job descriptions and person specifications. Hence the reason I'm in the position I have found myself in and prone to full-blown depression. My hidden disabilities were exacerbated and triggered into depression came about only because I'm passionate about my work and I wanted to do my very best. My disorder, OCD behavior. You think God asleep. The unfair treatment started at King's College, Hospital NHS Foundation Trust, Workplace Nursery. Yeah? Why don't I have a GP? Where I worked from March 2003 to November 2008. I started studies with the Open University 2004. After I thought I landed what I considered to be my ideal job. I intended to retire there or return to Jamaica. So at no stage did I have any intention to stay here. It was written down there by the prophets. It was written down there by John. Come and take me out here. Whichever came first. However, I had no inclination of how my life was to change over the next couple of years, despite me doing everything I thought to protect myself. So you like this stinking rascal, dirty boy come talk about put both hides in the burner. Can't call my phone. Yeah? Dirty girl, go and put your head in the oven that Robert did come and fix. Go and put your head in the oven that Robert did come and fix and fucking leave me alone. Make the hurl here. Metropolitan Police. Yes. I am calling about a persistent person who keeps calling my house phone and my mobile. I reported it online and I've called yesterday, but it's still continuing and this is really affecting me emotionally. It's a very touchy time for me at this time. I know exactly who is calling. I gave the name of the address and the name of the person. Well, 2 or 3 days ago I did it online, and yesterday I called up again and spoke to somebody and got a reference number if that is of interest. No, don't worry. Take your time, please. It's 16 Alma Grove. Yes, I did report online. Yeah, because when I called, they said they were busy. So I did report online, and then I called yesterday and spoke to somebody. It's Mary Lee Myers. 19th of May, 1959. Soon be 66. At least you laugh. And I laugh. Okay. Yeah, because when we live to reach this age, we have to be so grateful. Yeah. What's your month? Okay. Uh, the report. Is this person keeps calling my mobile and my house phone? I think I just managed to sort out how to actually get her not to call the mobile, but the house phone, but I haven't managed to the mobile yet. But this has been going on for maybe over a year, but she's increased now because right now I have nearly 500 calls on the mobile, and then she calls the house phone more often. But I think I've got her not to call the house phone. So it's a person who actually scammed me £10,000, wrote a witness statement for the housing association that is trying to make me homeless and all of that. So she rings my mobile and she rings my house phone. Okay, 07 950 618083. Hmm? Yeah, I think so. I'll say it again so you have it from the other end as well. Listen, because I'm dyslexic, like I tell it to you, but yeah. So I go slowly. 07 950 618083. Okay. Sorry. Mm. Yeah, she's just doing my head in. She's doing it deliberately because she knows I suffer from depression and sometimes, and so I'm just reading something from my book now, and she's just annoying me because I've got a book published. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's what I just managed to work out how to block her on the house phone because I listened to the prompts, but I'm not being able to do anything on the mobile. And I'm sure it said something about how many. Anyway, I would like. Hmm? Is it okay? Okay. 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 Could you just send me something to say that I call again? I know it will come, but at least yes, please. Okay. Yes, thank you. Okay, so I'll have to go work out now how to block it. But as soon as I sit down and I get myself together, I'll be able to do it. But yeah, okay. All right, just send me that link because I need it for all my reports. And thank you so much. No problem. All right, thank you so much. Bye. Right. People, you have to wait a week or so. What they don't realize is what this is doing to me. I manage now to block so I have to go work. What it is doing to me and what this woman is doing to me, it should be more. It shouldn't be. I shouldn't be waiting so long. Yeah, but what can I do? That's why I record. Yeah. So Mimi Owusu, the law will get you one way or another. Mimi Owusu, the law is gonna get you. Keep on calling my phone. 438 calls on here. Here it is. Yeah. $438 calls. How evil this person is. Very evil. What is fire soon? I ain't activating no fucking up. It must be fucking mad. I'm not into fucking up. Send me nothing but no fucking up. Yeah? Me alone, it's after 11. When it's me alone, I cook, I eat, I wash up the dishes. I could snack, but I have nothing to snack on. So I'm gonna, when my rice cool down, I'm gonna put it in the fridge. Can stay there till tomorrow. Yeah? So this is how I keep myself busy and active. So it's my book. So I'm going to try and publish some of my poems and sort myself out, but it's just taking this long. Thanks for the like. Part of enhancing knowledge involved me applying and promoting best inclusive practice from studies into the workplaces I was fortunate to be in. I made contributions to enable the workplaces I was employed to become beacons of excellence in the early years sector. Yeah? So someone little idiot boy I come tell me fuckery. And when some little idiot girl who have to get equality assessor. Yeah? I was not prepared for the way my life was to change at two toxic workplaces after I experienced bereavement and losses after the death of my brother in 2008 and my mother in 2014. So now what happened in 2023? Brother dying. My little brother is disabled. I had the first high blood pressure. My husband died and family that have died after. And you think you're going to get away? All of you concerned, you can start doing the apologies and compensation so I can set up my mental health and said advocacy. Yeah? So yeah, thank you very much. Yeah? Let these tie up. And let's see when the, thanks for the like. Let's see when the Metropolitan Police is going to act the same way they run come here. The least little thing you run come here. You need to act about Mimi or Uso. Now the quicker you act, it's better it's going to be. I'm a very forgiving person. But you see, everybody involved, I must admit to this day, I am still naive. That's why all the money my husband left gone. And that's why Mimi Owusu can come in my life. April, May, June, July, and scam me £10,000. And that's not the only money she got. I gave her £600. That's give. She take out that money that she's doing this and she's doing that. But what I'm interested in is what went through nationwide to Santander. Yeah? I trust easily and respect and take everyone at face value. To be genuine with no axe to grind. My naivety always seems to be my downfall. Each time the haters strike, working at King's College Hospital, NHS Foundation Trust, Workplace Nursery, is where my depression was triggered. Was at the forefront of my mind, especially with the advent of social media. Therefore, the discrimination could not become a distant memory over the years, as Miss Winsome Duncan, who was groomed by Barrister Ryan Clement, tried to make out I am mad by altering my book and publishing it without my permission. I returned to South London after 5 years, and it was like I was scheduled to relive my nightmare. Only this time the nightmare was worse than the first. 11 years. Okay. So somebody liked the thing and retract it. Somebody liked that and retract it. Oh, sad. Must be the psychopath, Mimi Owusu. Yeah? Must be the psychopath, Mimi Owusu. Go put your head in the oven that Robert come and fix for you. Go on. Go put your head in the cooker. I'll get some rough and rat. Go get some rat poison. Or some arsenic. Only this time the nightmare was worse than the first, and I must come to terms with accepting who the perpetrators are in this sordid affair. The things that got to me were the similarities in the events and the persons involved. Like at the workplaces I have worked in from I was hunted out of Lambeth College in 1999. My intellectual property was used, my knowledge exploited and used for others to accept the accolades and benefit in their career and building brand. Once they got what they wanted, see this. Yeah, I'm alone. You're tired and you're gone. Once they got what they wanted by using me to build up their organizations to become beacon status, then they set about kicking the ladder down to prevent me from climbing. How long haven't I worked? The promotional ladder and eventually abandoning me. I would not have minded if they had left me to pick up the pieces and get on with my life. Instead, they were intent on total destruction. District Judge Beecham, HSJ Roberts, you have the whatever to make the change. You have the whatever to make the change. I begged, pleaded, bent over backwards, and kissed asses because I knew my situation, but to no avail. From my studies, I now learned about transitions that can impact on one's life. And I have learned the hard way and to my detriments. This should be in schools and universities and whatever. And by the hook or the crook, I'm going to make sure it gets. And that's why Tony Seeley, Garfield Robinson, and all those, Auntie Jean, and all those, you're going to get it. You're going to be exposed. The patterns that run in my transitions are inclusive of sufferings of sickness, bereavements after death, and then being bullied and treated unfairly on more than one occasion because of my knowledge, values, and beliefs. You keep coming in and out. Is it Mimi or also your sicko? Mimi or also your sicko? This happened with my dad, who was struck down with Parkinson's disease at an early age approximately 49 to early 50s, when he was made redundant from working. Dad lived to the age of 62 years old as his family witnessed Parkinson's disease stripped him of every shred of dignity and made him a shell of his former self. My uncle Dudley, who was brutally murdered at his home in Clarendon. So when you're talking about traumas, I've been through traumas. One Sunday morning was the next to die. We heard of his death on the news in 1976. Yeah, I was pregnant at the time. When I was pregnant with my first son, my uncle Tira, who was murdered at his home in St. Catherine at the age of 50 years, was next to die. I heard about his murder on the news as well. He was instrumental in helping to bring about the co-op at Bernard Lodge Sugar Company in St. Catherine. These traumas I faced did not impact on me until Miss Duncan breached the engagement agreement we signed to defame my character after the judiciary of England and Wales colluded to cover up the miscarriages of justice with the ET judgment online. So when you go and hide that thingy there, HSJ Richard Roberts, go and hide it. Hide it. Because if I never went to Miss Presley and talking about, yeah, you went and hide it, sir. And talking about who needs protection, who on the list. Whoever you think need protection, they're going to pay. They are going to pay. Here's my book. I offered it to District Judge Beecham. Oh, sure. Oh, no. Put your fucking face to dirty girl. Uncle Tira was estranged from his family because of the marriage he entered, but my grandma used to visit him and they corresponded with each other frequently. He had another family in the parish. He makes his new home. I only met him 2 years before he was brutally murdered in the presence of one of my brother. That brother is Ashton, who died in prison. Can you imagine the trauma in my family? That's why I'm sitting aside and leaving my family alone. Yeah? Because I know what I know. My brother said my book is a scandal. Poor brother. I love him to death. But until he seeks, he's the only one of us who went to high school. He was fucking intellectual imbecile. Bad mind and grudgeful. Uncle Tira was the first of my family to be buried on the family land. I remember every moment of my grandmother's actions. On the day they brought her son's body home to be interred in the yard, as if it were yesterday. This led to my grandmother being left broken-hearted. She took his death to heart and sadly succumbed to one of the strokes, which would eventually take her life 2 years later. So I understand what Debbie is going through. Debbie is younger than me, but Debbie is in denial. I offered. I said, Debbie, I don't hold you responsible. You need to let them know that Housing for Women is doing this. No. She continued. Even the other day, I was out in the garden saying, oh, she hasn't cut it down again, blah, blah, blah. She wait days later after I went out and sat here and come cut it down. And I go throw rubbish in the garden, food, and throw potato. She's never thrown potato. So I buried the potato today. And I realized one side of the garden, no potato was dig up because of all what was happening. Sick of people. My grandmother and dad died. So this is this. It's not in the book. From my granny came out of her house and put talcum powder on her son. Lift up the box, put talcum powder on her son. Went back into her house. She didn't come back out until she died. She took her son's death to heart. So it wasn't so much the stroke. But the first stroke my grandmother had, it affected her speech. I haven't seen what's his name? Derek Draper down the blue. Because I'm not coming out but I'm gonna try. And I need to go and try and find Jakey. My grandmother and dad died within a month of each other in February and March of 1980. So when you're talking about trauma, and still, I never let it get the better of me. But can you imagine? 11 years coming up now, I have not worked. They took away everything. The final thing I have left, the drumming with Grasshopper, they kicked me out. So I'm excluded and having to find my way. When Dad died, it was more of a relief to his family than anything else. My mother, who was present when Uncle Tira was murdered, my brother, who was present when Uncle Tira was murdered, died at the age of 37 years old in 1994. But I did not get to attend his funeral. So now I have 3 brothers who died and I haven't attended their funeral. He made all his funeral arrangements and I was able to contribute to that financially, if not in person. The thing about it is that my brother knew about his imminent demise and made all his plans. On reflection, that was brave of him, as he kept saying he was going to live forever, even when he was dying. Maybe I would have been cussing bad words about being cheated out of life at the age when I have such great plans to transform the lives of others. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, darling. Thank you. There was the case of my other brother who died of colon cancer within 3 months of a 3 to 6 months terminal diagnosis. That was one of the most difficult periods of my life because of the upheavals and turmoil contrived by some unscrupulous people with whom I worked, including their cohorts. I asked for support resulting from studies, and this was viewed as threats of the incompetence of some in the authority by some quarters. When the same patterns of discrimination on multiple grounds reared its ugly head, that's happened not long after I returned from burying my mother, I was not overly worried as I thought these things happen, but once they get to know the jolly me, who is Merville Myers, things would fall into place. This week, Judge Beecham, H.J. Richard Roberts, you have work to do. The rest of my story is history. For those who have been keeping up to date, I have been thrown into full-blown depression, had a nervous breakdown, the second, had counseling, and have been trying to regain control of my life. This has not been easy, and I have had to deal with the relapses too. I am getting threats from left, right, and center, and I need to do my research about someone's intellectual property before too long. My website is stolen. Website I created from scratch. Gone. 18 Facebook pages. Gone. 3 LinkedIn account. Gone. TikTok. Gone. 1 Twitter account. Gone. And I went and took about 4 more. Other day I sat here and do 4 square. Gone. Not to worry, I will get there as I have weathered many storms in my 60 plus years on God's earth. So in another few, I'll be 66. But if you see me write it, I put 99. These days, I do not take anything or anyone for granted because people are fickle. I prefer to do things my way, so when I cuss, it helps me to be in control of the depression, and I do not have to seek anyone's approval. Well, I promise God to stop curse. And God has been working with me, but sometimes I have to go back into the cursing because that's the only way I can manage. If anyone wants to disown me and keep their distance, like it's self-fulfilling prophecy, as some have done, they are welcome, and good luck and good riddance to them. If they can do without me, I can do without them too, and one less thing for me to stress about. I'm learning to be on my own. My parents, to whom I owe any obligations, are dead, and my children can stand on their own 2 feet and be independent of me. On a sound and positive note, I still have my best friend who understands when I explain about my meltdowns. Well, she's not there anymore. Everybody's gone. Only person I have, Marva Black. Marva. She's in America. Joy is gone. She's like all of them. Don't trust a fucking soul. Even if you carry them for 9 months, they will turn against you. And will not judge me. Well, she has. And even if she has to promise to get the J's to wash out my mouth, I found another Alina friend who knew me in my teens as a carefree, feisty, and happy-go-lucky girl. The me who I have forgotten to be. With these 2 support networks, I was able to pick up myself up and carry on. Well, I'm literally on my own, as I said, Marva, and Paul called me yesterday. So I was head over heels in love with Paul. I was going through a phase, people. I wasn't looking at man because I said, I'm giving my husband time. So I was head over heels in love with Paul, making all these thingy and whatever. As it is now, after what Lloyd has done, I don't even think I want a man. Right now, my thinking is no man in the equation, just friends. I'm not that way. Until something change, I don't want a man for a man. Just a friend, because I like going parties and church and plays and this and that. And because of my whatever it is I suffer from, because I can walk out of this house, people. I don't know how to come back in. That's how bad my dyslexia, whatever it is, especially when my chronic anxiety set in and I'm triggered and I'm depressed and every fucking thing. But I will never walk into the road and go anything like that. Take it from take it from me. So people don't know how I survive, but I survive. But I'm learning to live by myself. So I really appreciate yesterday when Paul called and Marva will call. And my friend Tom Tom will be here. Sometimes he does call me too. But he will pop up here. Yeah. And I have another little friend calling me. Said he lives Isla White, he said. Reuben. And he said me he's schizophrenic. And he's promising when he and his friend, because his friend is black, he's white. So they're gonna come down to London so we can do some little thingy together. So yeah, I have people out in the background calling me. Young chappy. I am more than grateful for the rediscovery as I'm having my morals boosted by my two friends who probably know me more than I know how I remember myself in those carefree days. I know I can rely on someone to be there to tell me to cry if I feel like crying, pray when I am not too cross with the God that keeps putting me in these soul-destroying situations and cuss bad words, if that helps the healing process. I know I do not have to pretend to be someone I am not, and I am more than grateful. Life is filled with double standard systems, and I use my voice and words on LinkedIn as a platform of expression. So I was on LinkedIn, you see, 2, 3 accounts. Therefore, when I'm having my meltdowns, because I am trying to be in control of the depression, but can you really control being depressed or distressed? Ask the question. It's a bit of an oxymoron. I know I cannot afford to be taken down because I have my darling husband Tom to think about, and he's affected by the same things that affect me. He is at the stage where the slightest thing will affect him. I hope you know by now Thomas died. His health and his well-being, and I do not want to have anything on my conscience because of something I should have done and did not do because I am depressed, sad, and feeling down and out. My Fight for Justice Facebook page is for me, but more for Tom because he has had to suffer for no fault of his own. You can like our page here, Facebook. So I still had it at Facebook, but I also took it to Google My Business. All of them are thief. No, let me tell you, all of them are fucking thief. These social media platforms, they're coming like Sodom and Gomorrah and whatever. You hear they complaining about it. No, I don't. I don't have Facebook. Facebook disabled my 18-page account and all whatever. And for me, it's a relief because it reached a stage where it was becoming oppressive. But I had already started copying my things. So they are on things that I have. I have lots of USB. Yeah, so I just need to sort out my situation here. Send me the apology until I'm ready to leave your fucking place and go home. Yeah? This godforsaken fucking place. Notes for reading. Refer to mental health and mental illness. MQ Transforming Mental Health. So these are places used to use my publication on their thingy. And now everybody gone and get big and gone. Make them go along. I have done my research about SEND or medical conditions, and the aging processes, realize that I have been affected by multiple obscene conditions since puberty. I also realize I have all 5 traits of dyslexia. So I've never passed a math exam in my life. But people, I can go somewhere and I've been there before and I'm to get back there and I don't know how to get there. Like the other day, I decided that I was going to get the bus. I'm trying to save a few penny here. So I said, you know what, to pay £27 to go to court when I can, I have my bus pass. So I left out early. My God. I nearly shit up myself. I couldn't find where I was. So the next time, I make sure I get my cab. I'm not going to make 2 penny. One positive trait about me is that I'm always dusting myself off and ready to start all over again. If one has not been in a situation where they experience any sort of debilitating conditions, then they would know what I'm trying to say. I told the counselor at the Maudsley NHS, Maudsley Hospital, that I do not mind becoming a case study in my fight to cope with depression. If it helps one person to understand and come to terms with the inner demons that try to take over and destroy lives. So I can be found on King's College YouTube, Radar CNS. Yes, I'd attended a funeral the day I went to do the recording, so I'm wearing my hat and funeral garb. Unfortunately for me, I am quite susceptible to feeling stressed with life, and if it can help someone advance on their journey, I will share. My thoughts are my intellectual property, so no need to worry about any claims there. I have done my research and will not plagiarize the work of others as I'm writing about my personal experiences. I am too busy trying to get my life back and beat down the barriers of ignorance that can cause others to be biased, judgmental, and stereotypical, and willingly label others because they are lacking knowledge. I've been through it all. But God has helped me to write, so I'm going to finish this and finish that. Dr. Maria Hudson, 2012. For me, writing is a form of therapy that I am using to tell my core stories. So I've been writing from my father was stricken with Parkinson's, people. What if I could find all those things I used to write? As I share information about how one can be affected by matters such as disability, love, caring, not caring, living a fulfilling life, and just being thankful for the small mercies and blessings that we have been granted by God. I do suggest for anyone experiencing severe depression to write and get their feelings down onto paper. You may have guessed it by now, or you may even be wanting to know. For anyone wondering, I have a love-hate relationship with God. I do not seem to understand and know enough about the God that allows the terrible things that happen to me and my family. I sometimes view the same God in positive way, a God using me to make a difference today. I question if I must take that roundabout journey to get to where God intends me to end up. Reflections, send. I was the leaf I was the EYFS coordinator, SENCO, and multi-generational working approach facilitator at Leave, September 2009 to September 2015. Yes? So when some little old dirty batty boy I can tell me, say, but whatever, come off of social media. You don't fucking know where you talk about, boy. When me tell you, say, I'm not afraid of God, I'm not afraid of God because God don't want me to be afraid of him. Sometimes I love God and sometimes I don't love God. Because I don't understand how God can make me and my family suffer so. But then other times, like how God make me up in a book here so. Because I write this book, I don't remember what everything that's in this book. Sometimes when me go put here, but me know say some of it come from my Facebook, come of it come from this, come of it come from that. But I'm me writing. My experiences. The following are research suggestions that you can Google in your own time. I would love to meet up with Andrew, you know, but I don't know why. Because Andrew was planning to set up a business with me, and then all of a sudden Andrew disappeared. I don't know if it's because I hit the nail on the head and say one of his books. But wonder if it was about him. But at the time in my ups, I said, I wonder if one of the book about his book, I have his book here, is about his experience. Because sometimes we write our own experience, you know. Mental health conditions. A list of mental health disease or medical condition may be found on the internet. So when you come tell me when you bomb a whole about psychosis, bipolar, wara hit, schizophrenia, I've never been diagnosed with any of those. Yeah? Oh, thank you. No, yeah, that's why I have my thingy. Yes, that's why I have my thingy. Yeah, and I have another YouTube. So well, thanks so much, and continue to spread the word. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm gonna try to rely because I picked up the house phone to make a call to the police, and then the voice thingy came. So I actually think she's blocked and there, but I need to. When I sit down, I will be able to sort it out, as the police said. It was very kind. Thank you, and keep on keeping on. I have lots of things. I started the garden today. So I planted some seeds. I used the fork and dig up. So there's lots of exciting things. I'm only sorry that I couldn't bring because I don't have any space on this one that I have my Instagram on. So I have to go clean out some space. I'll go buy me a new phone. You know what? My birthday is coming up. 19th of May. I'm a bit like that. I might go get myself a brand new phone with lots of space so I can do my Instagram thing. Because I'm getting good with thingy. So yes, thanks so much. Yes. Mental health laws and legislations. Research Mental Health Act, Disability Legislations, Equality Act 2010/2015. Current and relevant in the news sources. So they've updated the Equality Act. So I've actually copied it there on my WordPress, and I'm going to do some writing because if I don't, this is what I do. I'm alone. I don't spend time in bed because that can bring on my depression and they're thinking whatever. I spend that much, and I cook a proper meal today and had it after I done my gardening. So I'm going to tidy up the place and set up my storytelling thing, and I'm going to be doing patois and stuff. Yeah. So thank you very much, James. Appreciate. My current, yeah. Digital and print media, social media, Mental Health Awareness Week, the Daily Express Mental Health Crusade, combat stress. My own personal experiences, publications on social media, work-related data, medical data, counseling and research, becoming a guinea pig. So I actually created a whole website from scratch, and somebody stole it, Oxy Eyes. They promised, they were at me for over a year, and I said no. And then I said, it's just there. They promised me some money and said I could contribute. They still have it out there. Daily Express Mental Health Crusade correspondences with the Daily/Sunday Express newspaper. I used to have my own signing in page on Daily Express. This is the deal as I invested in sharing my Fight for Justice campaign to bring Merville Rattingham and Ermin Eben. People, at one time I had 18 Facebook pages. Cancer, this, that. If I tell people what I've done, you wouldn't believe. So I'm going to finish this. So I'm going to be reading excerpt, find things to do, but I've signed up for cancer research to volunteer, because that's where I started first after my brother died. So I've signed up for about 8 to 10 volunteering, and I'm going to get back out in Parkinson's. I'm not really doing the walks as such. I'm going to find things like, so don't have to be stressing myself out to be doing the walks. I can still walk, but time to scale back now. I've done enough of those. This is the deal as I invested in sharing my Fight for Justice campaign to bring Merville Rattingham and Eminem family back together, as events after the death of Mama Lou separated us. It was my brother Ballis Alexander Sid Fraser. The Sid Fraser should be before the Alexander, he told me, who was left in charge. But Irvin Nemard and Daston Nemard and Texas Nemard and Amli D. Nemard lost their ways. I don't skin up people. As for my sons, what can I say? It has always been the woman who picked up the pieces. I write a poem in 2017 about the journey. Rest in peace, Mama Lou. As Rattingham take on your battles. They can abide by my rules or stay adrift coming up to my husband's 100th birthday. So he did 101 and 1 month, and he asked God to take him home as soon as he took sick 3 months before, and God took him home. So he didn't suffer for long except that period in King's College Hospital. The horrible people. So I'm going to finish up here. That doesn't mean I'm necessarily going to sleep, because I only go to bed to sleep. If I'm just going to go to bed to lie down, then the thoughts come in. So I always find things to do to keep me occupied. So when I finish this, I'll try again to see if I can push out anything else on Instagram. So you enjoy the fruits of my labor. Some of the things are from, I joined social media 2009. So plenty more to come. And yes, people, I'll be 66. Hardly have any teeth down the water left. I have my dentures, don't get me wrong. But the one at the top is not too bad. But I've lost most of this diabetes and eating disorder and everything, as I said. So gradually the truth will come true. Love is something if you give it away. Give it away. Give it away. Love is something if you give it away, it comes right back to you. It's just like a magic penny. You put it in your pocket and you don't have any. But if you spend it or give it away, it comes right back to you. Mm-hmm. 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 Hey, let me do my boy now. So here we are, people. Right now I'm looking at my father, you know. I'm seeing my son's face, and people, I'm looking at my father, and I'm going to go up and show you the picture why I said I'm looking at my father. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this, people. Yeah? Look at this, people. Can you see why I said I'm looking at my father? So, yes. So, see, this is my son, my youngest son, Valdin Alan Legister, as you can see. Former FIFA referee. Vote for Valdin Legister. Labor Right Broadcasting Corporation. Register with Legister in Northwest St. Catherine. I have to go find out if he's where he's running encompasses where Uncle Tira used to live. Former referee Valdin Legislature is now a MP aspirant for Northwest St. Catherine to face Damien Crawford, right? So you know, say, register with Legister. Yes, that I me other son, you know. I told them me have enough people. Oh boy, let me put this here. Make you see some mama rat in there. Yeah, I'll rock up the thing. So now me's got my thing now. I'm ready for go. I'm ready to go with my boy. Them. No matter where you hear me, I said, don't jump in my pitney. So yes, people. Who am I looking at? My father. And I'm going out now. Yeah. That's my father. I'm looking at, people. Look at the face. And I'm going back up there to show you. I'm going back up there to show you, people. Look at this. People, look at this face. Look at this face. Yeah, look at this face. That's how my son come out. Look at this face, people. My son. And see him there? See the big man there, man. Yeah, man, that's how we do it. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Valdin Legister, you have to be ambitious. Wellbeing Legister, you have to be ambitious. Wellbeing Legister. Wellbeing Legister, you have to be ambitious. Hey, them can't do campaigning like me. Don't tumble down everything. Yeah? Them think them can do when you like we. No, sir. Go about things. Let me say, they go get the little motherfucker. Oh, boy. Man, look here. People, look here. What I've just discovered. My son is looking like my father. Look at my father. Anyway, put one and joke aside. This is my little boy, yeah? My wash belly. So go out and support. Labor Right Broadcasting Corporation. Register with Legislature in Northwest St. Catherine. Former referee Valdin Legislature is now an MP aspirant for Northwest St. Catherine to face Damien Crawford. And see there, big brother, man. A big brother that, you know. Yeah, man. So that's how we do it, yeah? Pound of fucking two. I've just discovered? My son is looking like my father. Look at my father. Anyway, put one and joke aside. This is my little baby boy, yeah? My wash belly. So go out and support. Labour Right Broadcasting Corporation. Register with Legislate Northwest St. Catherine. Former referee Valdin Legisla is now an MP aspirant for Northwest St. Catherine to face Damien Crawford. And see there, big brother, man. A big brother that, you know. Yeah, man. So that's how we do it, yeah? But this fucking girl not go about her business and leave me alone. Eh? Listen, pussy hole. Come off of my phone, your blood clot. Let me shut down this. Look here, what I've just discovered. My son is looking like my father. Look at my father. Anyway, put one and joke aside. This is my little baby boy, yeah? My wash belly. So go out and support. Labour Right Broadcasting Corporation. Register with Legislate. Look here, what I've... I've just discovered, people, that my youngest son is looking exactly like my father. Oh my